That's what I get for against Australia.
I think they gave him his check for the win, and then they put him in immediately in cuffs after that knockout.
Yeah.
So you've seen that knockout, eh?
Yeah.
I just went to Reddit after the main fight ended to see if there was anything good that I could pick up and talk about, but that was scary.
Yeah.
I mean, out before you hit the floor. Talking about Nasparat. I can never get his name right. And his leg was twitching. They gotta have names for these different type of knockouts. You know the one where the guy's like, and his arms lock out like that. This one. This is the first time I've ever seen this one. He was face down and his leg was like scary.
Brain was definitely scrambled there.
Yeah, he went out like a bad actor in a movie getting shot, and it's like a headshot because he got head kicked, but he went to the side and pin dropped.
He's been electrocuted.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't expect that because old mate, I forget how you say his name, but the Aussie guy, Quinlan Salakid.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know about it till you mentioned.
I've seen his fights, I just don't remember him other than Aussie.
Yeah.
But I think he's more of a scrappy guy on the feet, and then he's a really good grappler. So I wasn't expecting just a flash KO, but it was the highlight of the card for sure.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, mate, 100%.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're running now. Next card, JDM. He's gonna beat Islam.
Oh, mate. Oh, if there's a god out there, please.
That would be a sick fight, though. And props to Islam for going up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Wait, that's 170?
Yeah, he's fighting the 170 champ.
Bro.
If he beats him, then he's beaten both of our guys.
Yeah. But props to him. He's vacated his belt. He's he's putting all the chips on the line here. So
he's a great fighter, Islam.
He's my favorite. I'm not hating on the Muslim fighters, but a lot of them have terribly boring fight styles. He's super entertaining.
It's just their fan base can be a bit much, but yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But their styles, like the other fight on this card, he's not a Muslim or anything, but Jailton Almeida. I don't know if you saw anything about his fight.
It went to decision.
Yeah, against Volkov. I'll pull up the stats for you. It was not the best fight, but total strikes 27 to 123, and Jailton was just spamming takedowns and doing nothing with it. And I thought he was going to win the fight just with control time, but he lost. And I was like, that's a good one for us. Just because I think you should prioritize damage, and they actually did for that fight. They kind of hit and miss with that one, but.
So you agree with that decision?
I did, yeah. Watching it because I'm a bit biased. I was going for Volkov there, but Jailton Almeida had no offense. He would get the takedown, he wouldn't look for a submission. There was no strikes. Whereas Volkov, he couldn't really defend the takedown, but when he could, he was throwing knees to the body. He's winning the stand up. It was a shit fight, really, but it would have been a lot. I saw Dana even agreed. You shouldn't award guys for doing that. That's not fighting. That's just wrestling.
That's a good point.
Did you get a chance to watch it, Luke?
I think maybe there was a time way back. Maybe they really emphasized you get the takedown, you're controlling the fight.
Yeah.
But
so long.
Maybe it's the WME tech nerds in the basement with the algorithms, and they're seeing even though maybe control the fight, there's a better scoring criteria because at the end of the day, it's a product. These fights are the product. And you're saying there's a shit fight. How many of those do they want?
They're there to make money at the end of the day.
Another fight, you would know, Jack, but would you agree also with the title fight, female title fight result? Because it's similar, right? A lot of takedowns, no damage or whatever.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That was a boring fight, to be honest, because it's just honestly upsetting that was for the title because I don't think either woman would beat Wei. So it's just like anticlimactic regardless. But I did think Dern won just because she was doing more damage, throwing elbows.
Right.
She actually had a good guard game. You don't usually see a good guard game in women's.
Right. That's what I like about her, and James knows. I kind of like hate on the wrestling a little bit. Not that I hate on the wrestling, but I hate on the idea that everybody thinks is if you're on your back, you're automatically losing. So that's great that Mackenzie Dern won and Volkov won because it shows that takedown's not everything. Like all these guys getting up, like they come to the referee's position, you know, all forced to try to stand up. Then they get choked out or they get their back taken or they try to come up the cage. And to me, it's not really martial arts because, I mean, it is martial arts, but it's not really like something that I would want to be a strategy in the fight because it doesn't translate as much to, you know, self-defense or whatever. Oh, maybe I'm a purist, but I don't want the sport to become boxing and wrestling. I want to see jiu-jitsu. You know, I love jiu-jitsu.
And so, you were sure of like when they prioritize that wrestling positioning, you know, like when you were fighting it, that's what it was like as well.
Yeah. But it's true. You know, you get on top of somebody, you can. And what I was reading was that the girl couldn't do anything to Mackenzie because she's so good on with jiu-jitsu. Couldn't make any space. And they were saying the same thing happened with Kamaev versus Gilbert Burns because he smashes everybody with ground and pound, but he couldn't do it against Burns because Burns was so good on jiu-jitsu. Every time he did space, it was. He
jumped in his guard for a little bit, and he was like, "I'm not fucking around with that anymore." He's grabbed it out for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, smarter than he looks. Hey,
I agree.
Sorry, our dogs are just going absolutely ballistic.
Sausages.
Yeah, there's one of them.
Aww.
There he is. Little dash hounds.
Yeah, now they're living together. Best buddies 24/7.
Settle. Yeah. Buddy, so what did you think of the main, Luke?
All right. So when you look at Gane versus Aspinall, what I see is the kickboxing, which is Gane. You know, I always use my 100-point system. Kickboxing, if you get a good kickboxer, he can get up to 90, 100, you know, like on a scale, Jack, from 1 to 100. You know, 1 is terrible, 100's the best. Gane, I think the way that he looks, striking, is very relaxed. You can tell he has a lot of kickboxing experience, pure kickboxing.
Yeah.
Whereas Aspinall looks like an MMA guy striking. And he does these things, which I can't stand, is where they put their hands out and try to touch the other guy's gloves. And then they're going to work from there. Like they don't have jabs. Nobody in MMA, like GSP, the GOAT, he has a good jab and it makes him the GOAT. With the first punch you learned in boxing. And he knows he has a good first punch from boxing. He went to a boxing coach to learn it, to get good at it. And I'm like, Aspinall is the heavyweight. He's supposed to be the pinnacle of the sport. He doesn't throw one jab, not one. If you can't land a jab, guys, you cannot gonna land anything else.
1, 2.
And I was waiting. I knew Gane was gonna win that fight. The way that was, unless Aspinall pushed the takedowns, he was gonna get pieced up. It was got his chin up in the air, missing. Gane was gonna knock him the F out. I think. I was hoping for it too.
Yeah, I think Gane knew that as well. That's why he was so upset. He shouldn't have. I guess quite as hard because, like he had half his finger down his eye socket. Dogs cut it out.
I don't know how to fix that. And I personally always have fists, and I tell my students that too because when we spar, you know, I got the no head contact system. when we spar, I punch the hands, I punch the arms, I punch anything that's not the head. So if somebody's like out here, I'll punch them right in the hand, and if they got their finger open, they hurt themselves. So I'm like, make sure you guys have a fist. So I don't know what to do. I know they got all these ideas about curving the gloves and stuff like that, but
Right.
You said like you bet Garn has a lot of experience kickboxing and all that. Do you reckon that tendency is just because they're so used to wearing gloves and like just being able to have a relaxed hand at times and pull with the glove?
That's
Definitely.
a good point.
That was.
Oh yeah, he like
egregious.
Pushed off
that because I would agree. A lot of time it is a mistake, but that one was one of the worst. That was pretty bad. That one.
If Aspinall goes, yeah, all right, I'm good to go. Then Garn's like, sweet, I don't lose a point, and I just eye gouged you. And there's like John Jones, he's the GOAT. How many fucking people did he poke their eyes out?
I know that's a meme. Was it a lot?
Oh yeah, it was
like 5 or more.
Well, like DC and Stipe, they both poked each other's eyes out. I think it was DC in the second fight, then in the third fight, Stipe caught him with a bad one. Like. I don't think either guy's notorious for it. It just happens, no doubt. But certain guys, I think, no, you can get away with a warning and you poke him in the fucking opening. Same with groin shots. You know, I don't know about yourself, but I'm all right with refs calling it or like glove touches or grabbing the cage, give them a warning. But something severe like that, where it's going to change the outlook of the fight, they should be given like lose a point, and then it kind of puts the pressure off that guy about having to do something that round. They can coast and it'll be a draw, or they could potentially get a 10-8. You
know, it sounded like the referee was saying something like he was going to take a point. If it continued, it sounded like I know it was a mistake, but blah blah blah. He's gonna have to be honest.
Someone asked me last night who do I reckon would win. And I said, look, I mean, Aspinall's the favorite going in. But I did say that I think Garn's quite a dangerous fight for him. Just stylistically, Garn's a great striker. He's long. He has the ability to keep him on the outside and kick him in the legs. And, like, he's a world-class striker. And Aspinall doesn't have the grappling that Jones has. So just stylistically, that's quite a dangerous matchup for him. And it kind of was going the way, I wouldn't go as far as the way that I said that I thought it would go, because like I said, I didn't say I knew like, oh, it's going to go this way or that way. I just was like, I could see it going this way. And that's the way it was going. I think now, obviously, they're more than likely going to fight again. I would assume that Aspinall will, at least in the beginning of the fight, be doing better than he did this one. He looked off. I mean, partly that's just by, Garn fighting as well as he did. But I just think that the next fight, he will look a bit better. And that was really Garn's chance to get the belt there.
Sure.
So many chances.
Well, hey.
He's had that was like his 4th title shot, I think. That's a lot.
Well, look, if he fights again for it and he doesn't win, he will hold the record chance, right?
He still have
because
he got an intern.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, there you go. He's got 2 titles.
If he doesn't, let's see, if they book the next fight, you could say the heavyweight belt is not gone. The championship is not gone.
Yeah, it's still Aspinall.
No, it's not gone. GONE. He's still got a shot.
Sorry.
I say he's still got a shot. It's not gone. GONE.
Oh yeah. Look, I mean,
Bad
definitely,
joke,
he was piecing him up. I
had Aspinall by submission in the 2nd round. So
that's what you put.
I'll just say the same thing in the next fight.
Yeah.
Because I expected him to take him down sooner.
But he stuffed it pretty easy as well.
Yeah, but I just what I'm saying is I expected him to take him down. But who knows? Like they're heavyweights.
Yeah.
So I expected it also to go past 1.5. So 2 minutes into the 2nd round. Didn't do that either, but it was a very curious fight because at betting odds, Garn was the big underdog, but all the different things, all the props you could bet on, like everyone was favoriting Tom in round 1. So anything else, if you just went Cyril by anything, the odds increased heaps. Like I feel like the second fight will feel the same way. We didn't learn anything. Anything that happens will be new because hopefully it isn't a eye gouge.
But I mean, he looked like he hurt Aspinall's leg because I remember I said I was like, he's hurt him. He's hurt his leg because he didn't have that. He could close the distance like he usually is quite quick at closing the distance, and I was like, he's got him there in that leg. So he was doing a bit of damage pretty quickly, and then he was catching him on the inside with that straight right as well.
Yeah, and like I said about the jab, he was popping the jab out there.
Yeah. He looked good. He looked big as well. So yeah.
Well, I don't know. You guys are down under, so you kind of technically connected to Aspinall more. I want God to win though.
Yeah. I like Garn, like fighting style wise. It's exciting. He's not the brightest on the ground. And I just thought as soon as it goes to the ground, we call it submission or something. And Aspinall would eat him alive down there. But on the feet, I thought Aspinall would do a bit better. Yeah. So who knows? He
looked off. I mean, how much of that is just because Garn is a lot better, or he was off? You know, because as you know, like you're never 100%. Like sometimes. Like we'll just take sparring sessions, for example. You know, you could go in feeling great physically and then just have an off day. And then on the flip side, you could go and move around with people, maybe feeling a bit tired, not the best, and just everything's clicking. So like you're never, not only physically with injuries or whatnot, but sometimes it's just not your night, you know? Like I think maybe it could be a little bit of that, but I mean, Garn was winning pretty convincingly until he decided to rip his.
If you do like body language, it's funny how Garn looked nervous on the walkout, and Tom looked relaxed and cool. And then when the fight started, it's like they changed attitudes. But like it did just start. So, but they're heavyweights. You can't really
Garn
take
had
too
that.
many shots.
He had that smirk though when they were like. Announcing them, like he had that smirk, like he knew something that no one else knows. Like he's got it. But
if it stays on the feet, if it was a kickboxing fight, I think Garn wins. So, but
that's why Jones was like had him on the ground in like 10 seconds.
Smart.
Yeah, definitely. It just makes Jones win even more impressive.
Don't think that Aspinall would beat Jones after seeing that. I mean, he just doesn't seem like a smart fighter. Physically talented, average to above average intelligence, but he just doesn't fight like. It doesn't seem like there's strategy. He's throwing spinning back kicks.
Yeah,
in the fight. I'm like, this guy is not really thinking. I don't know.
He did a spin.
Yeah,
and he finished with that attack, and he was in punching weight. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, don't do that again.
You got points for dancing.
Do you remember that one? He's like,
he just spun right around. He just did nothing.
And he's just like he could have. The guy could have just gone bang. He was right there.
Yeah, in Taekwondo, but then they spin again. It's like a double spin, and then tornado kick, but.
Yeah,
I don't think he got his Taekwondo black belt yet, so I'm just gonna wait for that one.
That was odd.
He had an off night, that's for sure. He's pretty lucky, really, that he got eye gouge. He probably doesn't feel lucky. Probably feels fucking sore. But
okay, so let me ask you this: you think that it's legit, not that it was fake? Because the other eye, not the one that he was hurting, the other eye looked worse.
Check the thumbnail of the video. You can see the eyes halfway down the back of his head.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah, he
god,
got it
it was
real
bad,
good.
huh?
yeah, it was pretty bad.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
saying
not-
it wasn't legit. I was just asking because
Hang on, I'm just gonna fix
Have-
these dogs up.
You ever been IPO?
no, never.
Nah. The only time I've ever been eye poked was like in bed with the missus, and like I don't remember what we're doing, like dead asleep in bed, and I turned, all the lights are out, and I just turned, and she must have went to grab a phone or something,
Oh
and
shit.
just fingered me right in the fucking eye, and it was the whole room was pitch black, but everything just went bang, like I heard like a loud sound, and my eye was just red. All I saw was red. It was
Wow.
fucked. And then after
You
that,
saw
I was
red?
like, "I poked me. Where's the ref?" But like, it was painful. But we were just sitting in bed, like, I got over it, went to sleep. But I can imagine in a fight,
Yeah, fuck
and like no nail. She had no fingernail that got me. But if you get fingernail in there and shit,
yeah.
and you can see instantly on some guys, you can see like, he's gonna be seeing several dudes in front of him.
That'll put him out for a little while.
Mm,
Like he got him pretty bad with that eye gouge.
mm.
That will take a little while to heal.
But it's a hard, like, I think regardless it's on gun, like, even if it's a groin shot.
You know what? Because of this, because they're gonna have to remake that fight, right? And because Aspinall's gonna be out for a little while, you know what could happen, right?
Gone versus Jones rematch.
Oh, no. Jones versus Alex Pereira.
Hey,
Actually, that just come to my mind because they will remake that fight, but Aspinall will be out for a while, so
Yeah.
you never know.
That's in the talks or whatever.
Well, I mean, because Pereira was calling for it.
Yeah.
He wants that fight bad.
Okay.
He said that he's not really interested in the Aspinall fight. He wants legacy, he wants Jones, blah blah blah. And Jones wants that fight. And now that the heavyweight champion's going to be out with injury, with Gunn going to be rebooked for that fight, I could see that happening.
You know how the UFC.
What do you reckon?
The fix is in.
And like
Aspinall and
you make a positive out of a negative, mate.
Aspinall and Gunn were practicing just like they do in WWE, the eye rake. They wanted to make it look good. So we saw, that the eye that got the worst damage, the right eye, or the left eye, wasn't even the eye that he was complaining about. It was the right eye.
Yeah.
Oh, he had two fingers. He had one finger down both eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check the thumbnail. You'll see it's real bad.
And then he put the third thumb. He put his thumb in his mouth and he bowled him like a bowling ball. Oh man,
that's the technique for the street fight.
Yeah.
Tiger claw.
You'll have to run up, bounce off the back of the cage, fly in.
Bro.
Superman eye gouges.
It's unfortunate, man. Bad enough with the brain injury. Now we got to worry about eye injuries and.
I guess he's back balance a little bit better.
Yeah,
what did they do? They can't really do anything. They curved the gloves.
Yeah,
already pre-curved the gloves already.
The Pride ones were perfect to help preventing that. Like, I don't know why it's so difficult. They bring in these new gloves that do fuck all difference.
Yeah, they got rid of the newest one.
Yeah, they just changed this from back to them, right?
Yeah,
I got a set of UFC gloves around somewhere.
Let's go.
Yeah, when I got a wife who's great,
over there.
but I don't know. I just grabbed this set on auction, but they were.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Somebody wore those.
Yeah. There's still the blood inside the glove.
Really?
Yeah. Signed by someone. I can't even. Nice. I wasn't even sure what it was. Yeah. I just grabbed them. Like, all right, I'll grab them.
Oh yeah.
Did they let you keep your gloves?
I had a pair. Yeah, no, I fucking back in the day had no idea like what anything would be worth, and I was just getting rid of shit. I gave like One guy I gave the team jersey from the show, The Ultimate Fighter Season 2. It had Matt Hughes on it. Matt Hughes' name or whatever, Team Hughes. I had like a blue T-shirt. It just said TUF on it. I gave that, or I think I might have had that for a long time. The gloves I had from the finale, bro. I gave those away.
Jesus.
You still had that
And
don't you get like a necklace on the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
an octagon one?
Yeah.
you know what that was? It was a microphone.
Oh, no shit.
True.
That's the microphone.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't know
Inside
that.
skill. I never knew that. Show's been around for 20 years and I've only just figured this out.
Yeah,
Like, it
fuck.
makes sense.
Mike
True.
Diallo.
Oh, I guess they didn't let you.
Yeah, that answers that question.
Yeah. You didn't do a Sam Hoger and siphon a whole heap of shirts?
What
Well,
did
I
he
had
do?
a show and he said that's not true. He said, what did he say? He said one of the other guys said it was okay or something. But yeah.
Well, he got a bunch of shirts and sold them or something?
What did you watch the first season?
I don't remember what happened. Tell me.
So one of the guys on the show, he goes, oh, "There's a whole heap. I can't find my team shirt or anything, and there's a whole heap of them in fucking Hoger's bag."
Oh my God.
Yeah, we brought it up because I had Sam Hoger on the show, and I asked him about it, and he was like, nah, you know, that was a setup. I got set up. Someone said I could have them.
Oh my God. Well, when we were leaving, show was
Yeah.
over like the last day. They let us rummage through the gym for equipment, any kind of equipment that you wanted. Could, like gloves, headgears, all that, t-shirts, shorts, all that stuff. They just said we could take whatever we want.
That's all right.
Because they had some good shit. I remember the headgear they had was Fairtex. That's good quality. So I didn't pack my bags full of swag, but I definitely tried to grab some cool stuff and divvy it up when I got home.
Yeah.
I liked Aspinall shorts. Those look pretty cool with the flag.
They
on
did.
Captain Jack.
They had them nice and snug though, eh? I
Yeah.
was like, they look sprayed on them ones. They're nice and tight.
Yeah.
They did look good though, had the flag on them and that. At least it's not like the original Reebok days where all the fucking shorts look the same. You went from the cool Chuck and Tito shorts and that era, and your wave shorts, and then they bought these fucking Reebok ones and they all look whack.
What about the dude that used to wear the Speedo?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Dennis Hallman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the budgie smugglers on. Dana was big mad. He was so mad. All right, you imagine being the other guy.
Yeah.
And that guy comes in, right, with them shorts on. You'll be like, there's no fucking way I'm going to lose to this guy. You know what I mean? It's going to make him fight twice as hard.
No, he was good, though, Dennis Holmes. Good shit, I think.
Yeah.
You only wore it a couple times, right?
Well, you only ever wore them once.
Because
fucking blow a gasket.
Yeah,
Oh,
because that's the last scene of it. I didn't even watch the fight.
Yeah, I remember that happening. I was like, interesting selection. Yeah.
But we're talking about him now, all these years later.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. That would barely contain your shit though, like fucking nut falling out or something, like bad grandpa or something,
The shittest cup.
You gotta wear the tie cup, the steel tie cup, because you could wear that under anything, shit ain't coming out. It's like connected, locked.
Why do some guys? Because are they a little bit more uncomfortable to wear compared to the plastic ones, or?
The only reason I could think of is that they never got used to having that rope up their butt crack and the knot on your lower back. So you're not supposed to be flat on your back anyway when you're grappling. You should always try to kind of get an angle. But I did, over the years, eventually kind of like adjust. I don't have it with me. Adjust the cup so that the tie, I like pulled the rope so that the tie would be over here instead of back here. Or part of it would be up here. Yeah, I think it's that the guys don't like having the string up their butt. You know, like it's if you have it tight, it's like wearing a G-string and you don't feel it after a while. I mean, maybe you guys don't know what that's like, but it's not uncomfortable unless you're doing it all day. But
I think I checked on them. That
brother.
Yeah. That Borat man king.
after like maybe like a 3-hour session, you start feeling.
This Jack was super young, right? So it come with a DVD. And then Jack
I was like, how old? Like 8?
I don't know. Yeah, when you had that picture.
But I was still squeezing into it.
I don't know. There you go. Side with it off. Couldn't you do the cup just the same as the plastic ones, all right? It doesn't have to have a different, like a G banger connected to it.
Say that again. It doesn't have to be made out of steel.
Couldn't you do the steel tie cup, right? Just make it the same as the plastic one. It doesn't have to be all different, right? You couldn't
They try. They have I believe it's called the Diamond MMA. So I think what you're asking is have the steel cup in the jock strap.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah.
So they do have that. The one that I had, they sent me one as like to do a product review. It was called Diamond MMA, and it's all right. But the thing is, if you rely on elastic to be the strength that's holding it in place, you had these two straps that come from the bottom of the cup and come up underneath your legs to the back. Like it goes from in here up like this. That's how the straps go, pulls it to here with elastic. And elastic, it stretches. But the rope, the tie rope, the cup, the steel cup, that shit is locked. I've been need full blast, like would have been a KO. And you see that in other fights, or you see that in some fights where the guy gets hit and he's got to adjust it. He's okay, but he's got to adjust it. The good part about what you're saying with the steel cup is that it won't ever break. Even if you get hit full blast, it shifts off to the side. It won't break and crack, which I think happened one time in Pride. But that's the danger, is that if you get hit at a certain angle, it could slide.
Yeah, and then
you can hit a steel cup if it's tied properly. You can hit it on the side. You can come from underneath. You can come straight in. You're good.
What about like carbon fiber or something like that?
But it can be made out of anything. It's the rope, really. I think why people don't wear is the rope, because it does go up your crack. Sometimes you need somebody else to tie it for you. But it's like, there's got to be a reason why they do that in my box. I want to refer to them. Huh?
You'd have to be close.
Yeah.
Main training partners.
These are the guys that, you see them in between rounds. They pull their waistband open. They fan it or put ice water down there.
Yeah. I guess Dennis Holdman's he's not too shy about it. I mean, he basically got it.
The whole team is very.
They're very close.
Yeah, tight knit.
Scissor motion.
Just kind of scissor or something.
No one can cut us apart because.
Yeah.
Well, it's a special relationship in the martial arts. You got your friends that try to kill you. Your coach that beats the shit out of you, so you can do that to somebody else. The fans who forget about you.
The fans don't forget, brother. We never forgot about you.
All right. Well, you're more than a fan then.
Thanks. Yeah, we're mates now.
And then the company that will replace you, and yet.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's any job though, right? They're all I'm going to get replaced one day. When I become the nail and I'm getting too slow, I'm getting replaced. as well.
The boss man, you just move up to another position.
You know,
Only way you're gonna.
I'm the manager. Work 7 days a week. I don't think there is anywhere to go.
They'll struggle to replace you though.
Yeah, one day. Fingers crossed. Just got to make more money.
Yeah.
With your experience, you probably could own one.
Yeah, it's just the money. You know what I mean? They're expensive.
Yeah,
They ran behind it for like 10 mil. So yeah,
Was that to the hospital?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you could only imagine how much that's right. So I don't have that kind of. I could only imagine having that kind of money. I'm broke as fuck now. After buying another house, I have no money. I'm back living week for the next few weeks.
I was illegally streaming the UFC event. I'm broke as fuck. Sorry,
that's the only way to do it, Jack.
Yes, Luke.
The WME doesn't need any more money.
Fans always around, mate.
There you
go, Master
What did you
Lukey.
say?
Fans always around, mate.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, D.
Yeah, thank you.
He's an OG.
Yeah, OG fan.
Nice.
But yeah,
I didn't really have a lot of investment in this card, to be honest. My favorite fighter that I wanted to win was Mackenzie Dern, just because she's jiu-jitsu. How was that fight though, Jack? Oh, you said it was boring, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't boring. It was more so it just kind of went exactly how I expected. Well,
your nose is going longer.
I was bad throwing the chicks under the bus because the first fight of the night was way worse, in terms of skill level. But I didn't view those two chicks as championship caliber just because Wei Lee's so fucking good. She's leagues above them chicks.
Right.
So it's kind of hard. It's unfair, I guess, to hold them to that caliber. But she was the champ, so it just feels yeah. But I thought Dern won. I was happy she won. But yeah, it wasn't a great fight. No standout moment.
Before I look, I'll say this: I'm happy to watch the Whaley and Shevchenko fight. I'm keen to watch that. There's some chick fights that come up that I'm really keen to watch. I have a lot of respect for anyone that fights professionally or even as an amateur. Takes a lot of courage. But there's a huge difference between it's basically WNBA, NBA.
But if
you like basketball, it's all cool. But there's a difference.
Whaley and Shevchenko though, they're so high level.
Yeah,
even a boring fight, it feel like a chess match.
Yes,
Whereas and Dern fighting, Dern was leagues better in the jits, but she's never really had the best takedowns. So she was just going nuts on the feet, just throwing whatever, and just knowing, take me down. And she did. She got taken down a bit, but she was fighting off her back. So it was kind of fun to watch her, but it just, you could tell no one's getting knocked out, and it didn't feel like anyone was going to get submitted. So I was just like, man, all right.
A lot of decisions.
And then I was just thinking, there was a few standouts, like the Rakic. I felt bad for him losing again. He got brutally KO'd by a jab. It was I wouldn't say a straight jab or anything, but it was nasty.
Stepped into it.
Yeah. But it was still
power jab.
And he stepped into it too. Rakic knocked himself out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I felt bad for Rakic just because I think that's 4 fights in a row he's lost now or something. And it all started with the ACL mid-fight with Jan, and now having a close fight. Then what? Yuri, that was brutal. He was won the whole first round and then just got brutally knocked out. Exhaustion. That KO was nasty. But then I don't remember if he got KO'd again, but I know he lost to Unk, who was just the champ. So that's not too bad. But then he gets smoked here. It's fucking hell. That's a tough run. But that was probably the only other exciting fight other than the Quinlan Salakib
I didn't even know what happened with that one too. You just told me then.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to catch stuff because I was at work, and then when I was leaving work, like I checked to see what was going on, and I seen the chick main event just started. So I turned to my gaming attendant, who's also a female, and I said, not to sound like a dick, but I'm lucky.
And the UFC got what they wanted. They wanted Dern to win. In all the market, all the embedded videos, it was like Dern. Every episode, she's doing something, getting her nails done or whatever. None of it was training, but it makes sense. The UFC just hot champ. It's a bit weird.
Not only is she like hot for a fighter, but the other girl is like ugly. No offense.
The other girl looks.
It's hard sell.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not going to be able to unsee that now.
What is it?
Rob Schneider.
You know Rob Schneider?
Oh my god.
Rob Schneider in women's MMA.
He's in the movie as well. The girl. Or
yeah.
He could have been in
the
in the UFC.
Life imitates art, you know.
Seems old Werner. She seems like a lovely lady. Though, not to shit on her.
Well, you'd not hope so if you look like that. Like if you look like that and you're also nasty.
But
no, I'm feeling like
I had a good idea she was gonna lose because her whole she's an older lady too. I think she's like 36 or 7, but she's already lost to Dern like 6 years ago or something. But her whole run of late is taking chicks down and either beating them around or controlling them. And I didn't think she'd do that to Dern. And so UFC, I don't think they thought Dern was going to win. The bookies did, but the UFC wanted that. Like even if she loses the next fight, they don't care. They got a hot champ right now. Like
I got a little story for you. This is back when I was like young and like first started boxing, and we went to a local amateur boxing tournament, right? And there was this chick, right? She was super hot. I'll just put it out like that. She was really attractive, like model looks, right? And then the other chick, mohawk, fucking nose was all smashed in. She had her leg, the ugly one, had her leg up on the door frame, like doing the splits and shit. I was just like, oh fuck, this one's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Wrong. The cute one just pieced her up. It's like, yeah, just fucking worked it.
Dude,
and I was
all the guys in the crowd.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This guy. And then like seeing a few years later, she was professional.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and she become a multi-world champion.
Oh, fucking
yeah, Shannon. I don't know why I'm blanking on her last name.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, Aussie, obviously. But yeah, she went on to become a multi-time world champion.
All right.
The other chick was just a hard bitch. She didn't realize she was going to fight a future world champion.
I guess in hindsight, right, you know, and I'm talking, I was like 16. If your nose is smashed across your face, that probably means you don't move your head very well. You know what I mean? So,
there you go.
But,
yeah, my nose is broken.
Yeah, all right. Mine's still perfectly straight, surprisingly.
So that happened in fighting, Jack?
Yeah, I was blackout drunk and then got put out cold. So
you don't remember?
No. But I showed that. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
okay. When it first got broken and I went in, they like re-broke it and shit, and then they told me I had to do surgery on it and that. But I could fucking breathe fine. I don't need to. But I showed a doctor the photo of me beforehand. He was like, "Do you have a photo of yourself recently beforehand?" And I showed him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I can see it's broken there." And I'm like, "No, this is before." He's like, "No shit." He's like, "Honestly, it looks a bit better now." So still crooked, but it used to just be straight off to the side.
Wow.
Whatever.
Mate, did you a favor?
Yeah, exactly.
He fixed it for you. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It gave me some character.
Have you had any broken noses, Luke?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So by the way, I would say that's more than one.
All right. Well, I got a file here in my cabinet.
Let me pull out the
What
list.
happened was this.
Yeah.
You're gonna look maybe 5-10 years ago. There's Dr. Cheryl Wolkin. She worked for the New Jersey State Athletic Commission. So you see her as the doctor in some of the older UFCs. Not that old, but she was working up until about 5 years ago. She was a student at Longo's, and she was like the gym doc. Didn't get paid by Longo. She was just like, he was the dad, she was the mom. They loved all the students. She was always there, and she was rich. She had a wealthy husband, so she didn't really have to go to work unless they needed her. Blah blah blah. Anyway, she gave me a referral to a doctor for my nose after I stopped fighting because Drago broke my nose. Tom Muller, who was a heavyweight black belt under Matt, he didn't break my nose, but he gave me a scar over my nose because I was wearing a headgear. I think I showed you the picture of it, James, but that had a metal grating over it, supposedly to protect the face, kind of like a hockey headgear.
Yeah.
But he punched me, and it dented the thing because he's a heavyweight. He dented the face cage into my nose. Who else broke my nose? Josh Koscheck.
Did you
and
didn't get
David
along very well?
Huh?
That sounded a little bit excessive,
Anyway.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't like a super heavyweight. He actually used to cut to try to make 205. It was very hard for him though, because he was like 6'4". He probably walked around 220, 230, but he was more of a jiu-jitsu karate guy, so I had better striking than him. But by working with me, he improved. So like, I kind of created a monster that, he got me with. And then the last guy was David Torelli. So the three famous guys out of there that broke my nose was Drago, Josh Koscheck, and David Torelli.
Josh Koscheck.
Yeah. So when Koscheck broke my nose, there was a girl who trained at Longo's, and she had short blonde hair and a really pretty face, and just like the perfect peach. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She came to the fight, and it was almost like she was presented to me after the fight, like, "Oh, you lost, but here, cheer you up,"
I would be.
And I was so young and dumb. I mean, keep in mind, guys, I was a nerd, not a nerd, a geek growing up. Like, nerd is like, to me, nerd is smarts. What?
Sounds like she was looking past it, but go on.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like within me, I'm going to tell you what you're going to be like. You're going to go like this. So like geek to me is like into like comic books and Dungeons and Dragons and video games, right? So the nerd is the smart kid. The geek is into the weird shit. But then you also have the dweeb, which is kind of like just the misfit that they all don't hang out with a certain, almost like outcast. So I was kind of in that geek category with not a lot of social interaction. And so like it changed my priorities where I just kind of like accepted not having a girlfriend. And although I really wanted one, I kind of like came to terms like, oh, I guess, I'm just a geek and geeks don't get a girlfriend. So I kind of developed this persona, and I had a unibrow, which I had, just naturally, and I grew it out and created it and incorporated it into my logo for Lukumo Incorporated, which was my first business. And the idea was like, I wanted to be ugly with the unibrow. I want to look weird to chase away anybody that didn't want to know me for me, type of thing.
So you felt that like shunned long enough that it got to the point where you were just like, fuck it, I'm just going to lean into it.
Yes, not that I consciously did it, but I'm just kind of setting up like where I'm coming from. This beautiful girl, she's all mine if I want it.
Mm.
I got a broken nose. I have to go to the hospital. And what did I do? I went to the buffet with my teammates. I didn't get my nose fixed. I didn't get the girl. I just
Well,
ended up in a
I
food
wasn't
coma.
seeing that coming. Master Lukey throwing out a fucking a left out of there, a third option. How good was the buffet though? How good? Like I don't know if you can see, I'm kind of fat, so how
It's
good was
always the anticipation is always better, to be honest.
of the
Like
buffet?
That's
I would,
the buffet is usually kind of average. Yeah, the
but it was
anticipation.
cool because it was at this place called the Mohegan Sun. It was a casino, James, run
Yeah.
by the natives, but it had a hotel, everything. So they gave
Is
us.
all the casinos over there run by the natives? It seems like that's a mandatory, right?
The ones that aren't in Vegas, maybe. Vegas
there
is
you
the mafia.
Shit.
Vegas
Look
is
at
the Zufas.
Yeah.
Partitas, I mean.
So you ended up turning her down, eh? Or you just kind of ignored it?
I think she might have come to the buffet too, but I don't have moves, James.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Oh,
seduce.
you were
I'm
young.
not social.
Yeah.
They
I
used to
wish
call
I
me
could
the
say
silent
the same,
assassin. I was just like sitting there.
lying.
Say again?
I said I wish I could say the same, but I'd be lying. I'm pretty
Hey,
charismatic.
yeah.
I'm not the best looking, but it doesn't matter. You got this personality, fella.
You got it.
No, all good. So I got another question here for you, Master
Let's do
Lukey.
Mhm.
Is there a fight you ever had you thought you might lose but won in the end because of a tech call or a specific move you did, Master Lukey?
I'm thinking of one. I'm trying to think of a better one. I don't have a lot of fights. I had 13 pro fights. One fight, I was thinking about it today. I think the guy might have been paid off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because back then, well, they still do. They had these grappling tournaments. One of them was called Grappler's Quest. One of them was called NAGA, North American Grappling Association. There's a few. And this kid, they would like go from wrestling to jiu-jitsu and compete every weekend. And this dude was a diesel wrestler, not to the level of Josh Koscheck, but thick, with a lot of submission grappling experience. And here I am, a skinny little blue belt, and no submissions ever on my record except for this one. And the guy just like falls into a triangle. He shot immediately. I didn't get one strike off of him, and we grappled for a little bit. It didn't look like he was trying to ground and pound me much. So I'm just thinking, like, now that I know more about grappling, and I have a coach now he is a black belt, and he's like next level. But basically, it's as soon as we start, it's just like the timer is counting down to the time when I'm going to tap out. It's going to be way before 5 minutes. So now that I know like the levels and where I was and where this guy probably was, it doesn't make sense to me that I would be able to submit him in a fight. Now you could say, oh yeah, there's strikes involved. Maybe he was nervous, blah, blah, blah. And, we'll probably never know. We'll probably never know. But I would say for a surprising outcome of the fight, me actually winning by submission, that would be number one. If we're doing like a top 10. Josh Koscheck, I was very scared of. The surprising thing in that fight, I guess, would be that I didn't get knocked out or choked out. At one point, he got me in a guillotine and stood up with it. You ever see when the guy stands up at the guillotine and the other guy's legs are off the floor?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
That's when
Yeah,
I decided I was going to go to sleep. I said, oh, shit, I'm about to tap out. And I go, nah, I'm not going to tap out. I guess I'll just go to sleep. And he let go, thankfully.
I had someone in the guillotine yesterday.
Okay.
He first off, he abused the bar staff, so I said he could fuck off. And then we're walking out the front, and there was an issue at the front, and he's like, "I'm just gonna sit in and call an Uber." And when I come back over, he was drinking a beer, and I just said, "Hey, fucking put it down and fuck off." And he said some shit I can't remember, and then like threw the glass. And so I just picked him up and slammed him on the ground. And then, like, usually that's enough. But this cunt, he decided that he was going to try and grab my leg. So I'm like, really? So I fucking slipped it. But anyways.
What happened after that? He tapped out? Did he fall asleep?
Nah, I just had it on the couple yeah, and then the guard come over and was like one arm each, and yeah.
Oh, okay. The guard was like, "All right, we do this together."
This is not fucking Darrow in a pub though. This isn't like professional fighter. So there's definitely a difference.
You know how before when I was saying I got my nose broken, I don't remember any of it because I was blackout drunk, and I haven't seen the footage. Like the cops saw me in that, but I didn't press charges or anything, so I haven't seen the footage. But I was around a lot of people, and I've heard a bit of what happened. And apparently, like I got cracked, and that broke my nose. Like they came up, and I didn't see it coming. So as soon as I turned, it hit me in the nose. And then like when I dropped, my knees were fucked. So obviously hit my knees. And then one of the girls I was with was like, she said, "You were trying to grab his ankles or whatever." So I must have been going for his legs. And then from the police, I got told that one of them, him or the other guy, sunk a choke on me, so had me. And then they wailed on my head, and then I got kneed, and that's how I got the scar. But the wailing on my head, I know I was unconscious. The only thing I ever remember from all of it was being like, because I was out drinking and that, like there's the motivation. So there's the anticipation to get home when you're drinking. You're like, can't wait to get to bed. And all of a sudden, I remember being in bed and feeling like, I'm home. And then I could feel these hits on my head, and my body went, "No, you're not." Like a shock kind of hit. That's all I remember.
Wow.
So like, that's whatever. I was definitely unconscious, and my body was like, "Just try and relax. Think of home." And then they kept
Wizard of Oz or some
they
shit.
wailing on my head. Not once did they ever hit the chin, but they kept hitting my head because I had like welts all over me. But it was those in my sleep. I started to feel those, and like a mental thing jumped out, like, no, shit, wake up. I don't remember anything after.
Were you alone, Jack? Where was your backup?
I had my brother with me, but it was the gay one, not him. So no one helped out.
He's just watching. Damn.
I had my gay brother and then like 4 Indian girls with me. So the odds were not on my side there.
Have you ever had any street fights, Luke?
I broke up a few street fights, but never like, had to
the honorable thing
actually get into it. I just, I know that, especially in the street, somebody's gonna get fucked up. They're gonna fall down. The other person's gonna fucking punt their head. So.
I guess.
But then I'm seeing some shit lately, like the guy who tries to break up the fight gets fucked up. Now I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should mind my own damn business.
Yeah.
I saw this guy like steps in the middle to try and break it up, and he fucking gets knocked out.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Stand By Me?
Yes, but a long time ago. But the kids.
I love the main character. Well, one of the main characters played by River Phoenix. He's like such a well-written character, but how he always does the right thing. And then at the end, how he's just reading about an article, like the main character's reading it and saying how he broke up a fight between 2 strangers, then he got stabbed in the neck. And just the way it's delivered, so like, such is life. Like he was a great character, but he was written as such a good person. And at the end of the day, like he died probably a great person in that story, but just breaking up a fight that had nothing to do with him. But I don't know. I think it's an honorable thing. I'd rather go out being a good person than being a person to start the fight. Like when I got knocked out, I was drunk as fuck, so I probably deserved a little whooping. Not gonna lie, but there's a point. Once I got dropped, and then there's multiple guys wailing on you. I think slow down because it was only stopped because security ran out. And that's what I've said is I'm lucky that I wasn't when I got knocked down. I didn't hit my head. And then when I was on the ground, they were just wailing on my skull. Luckily, they didn't stomp on my head, you know. It could one good soccer kick to the head, I would have been out cold.
Going full style.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's got another message here.
Here we go. For Master Lukey, any good advice to weed out the superficial chicks?
Weed out the superficial chicks. All right. So the subcommunication, right? This guy is swimming in it, but he wants quality. He's looking for equality. Now, I just explained to you guys that I'm not a ladies' man. You know, I've had my share of relationships and whatever situationships, but that's because of fighting. That's because that's nothing that I did. Like these people just ended up in my lap, basically. So I have a lot of relationship experience. I can give you good advice. To not do what I did or to do what other experts have learned over the years. You know what's great about the internet is you can look so many things up now that you would never even know. You'd have to like know somebody, an older brother, or you know, and you don't even know if that's the right advice. Now you can not only get advice, you can cross check it with 100 other people through social media. And from a limited understanding, what you're doing is called vetting. And you have an idea of the type of relationship that you want and you know the type of relationship that you don't want. So to make this more real, this is kind of like something I'm doing because you know I'm not like ready to date now, but I could see where like if I get my shit handled, then you know I'm working on myself first, my business and my personal life, then maybe. But yeah, I always think about it. I'm a man. So you want to actually be in a negotiating position where the person is looking to you and not the other way around. So you get very specific. Some people say write a vision board or a list. You say this is what I want, this is what I don't want. You make it more real. You take pictures of, just getting a little bit out there, but you can take pictures of people in relationships, famous people, or just some type, your type that you like. And it's, some people will say either it's you manifesting, you creating, or you tapping into what's already happening. We actually create the type of relationship you want. Obviously, I mean, it sounds like he's looking for like a more of a serious relationship and not just like a friends with benefits. And that's a huge issue these days. Like I said, from all the research I'm doing, which is a lack of good quality partners because everybody's just like so selfish and they don't care about anything. Just get lit, you know, have a good time, and then on to the next one. But
I think also
if he's just worried about superficial girls, also he's got a problem where he's too good looking. You got to dumb it down a little bit, grow a unibrow out, you know, dress down.
That's one. I should take my own advice about avoiding buffets.
Oh, you guys are married.
And then she's still already like, yeah. I get home, right? I'm like, oh, I'm not. Bring some food on. I'm like, I'm not hungry. I'm good. And then she brings out 2 pies, but then she's always like, you need to lose a little bit of weight, honey. But here's 2 pies. It's just.
It's got to be like, are all Filipino women like that? Like, love to feed their family? Because she loves to feed us. And she'll want to feed Evie as well.
I think when I was in shape, she got super. I mean, you know, she's pretty jealous, man. And then when you see where I'm going with that. Yeah, when I was in shape, she was sort of like, she was like, what's going on? Ways, you know, like, yeah. So if I fatten him up, the chances of that's what I think's going on. But,
So wait, she doesn't eat the food too? Just feeds you?
No, just feeds. She. This is the thing, right? She'll get food for both of us, and then she's like, "Here, honey, have a little bit of mine." And I'm like, "Honey, this is already too much. You love me?"
Yo, no comment.
That's a good impression.
It's the same as like, she's always like, "Oh, don't get into so many fights at work, honey. Let the security do it." But then she'll be out. She'll be at work. That guy over there, he's the one that glared at you that time. You know, like, what do you? Yeah. But that's women. They say one thing and do another. You know.
I've heard that before though about the once you get married, they want to keep you. You know, what is it? Fucked and fed, or fed and fucked? Something like
that. I think happens regardless. Me and my partner, we both put on weight when we first got together because we would just constantly go out and eat food. It's like it's a good date. Like, just go out, enjoy food, be fat together. Like, it's fun to be gluttonous sometimes. So when you're with someone else, you're like, fuck it, let's do it together.
The honeymoon.
I don't know. There's definitely more of a pressure to be fit and like desirable when you're single. So once you like have the love of your life or whatever, you're like, fuck it, you loved me then, you can love me when
I need to get back in shape, otherwise I'm gonna get beaten up because I'm too fucking. When I slammed that guy yesterday, I was full puffed out. I was fucking puffing and puffing, mate.
You did your finisher on him.
Yeah,
the boss man slam.
We're talking about being fat. I almost broke this chair.
I mean, yeah, he hit the cement, you know. He could have gone higher, but he hit it hard enough. Here we are. Here's another one. Is there any chance of you visiting Australia in the near future to promote a fight or just for a holiday? Check out the far great North Queensland.
Hell yeah. So let me share my screen and
yeah, man.
Just kind of like, let's see. Maybe give you for instance, or a possible scenario where I could end up in Australia. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So I want to actually talk to you about this. MasterLukey.com. I didn't renew the website yet because I'm just kind of like in a transition. Basically, I created this rule set. All right. Now, so 1995 is when I started training martial arts. I was 15 years old. So I took 1 year off. That means next year is going to be 30 years. Martial arts, can you see this on my screen? Okay, martial arts technique can cause injury and death. Okay, my left knee, when I turn, so imagine you're standing straight up and you turn to the right and you step to the right. My left knee is going to pop out of socket because it's missing ligaments and cartilage. My neck has bone spurs in it. Like when you feel it, there's big lumps sticking out of the bone.
Jeez.
A
lot better.
And I think I'm actually lucky comparatively because I was able to continue training for so long. Now I got my neck broken before I became a professional fighter.
No.
My rib is still broken where it's dented inwards, poking into my colon on the left side, the lowest rib. Let's see, my hand, my thumb. And then I had a lot of injuries, not a lot, but I had some injuries after I retired just from training. So martial arts technique can cause injury and death, by the way. You know, there are MMA deaths.
Definitely.
It's
I had to
not,
sign a thing when I competed in boxing saying, basically a death waiver that if you die in the ring, that really it's not their fault.
It's on you.
Yeah, yeah.
wow. Well, I knew
In
that
boxing.
about boxing, but I didn't know, there's this guy in Brazil, Joe Carvalho. He fought a Conor McGregor teammate. He died.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it was a few years ago, but there's MMA. It's not just boxing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Now, I'm a traditionalist. I say that the warrior's path is inward. It's an inner path. Where's the toughest battle? Who's the toughest opponent? Some guy
Definitely.
across the cage? It's the guy who's gonna have that extra slice of pie. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've had
You
plenty
could
of
do
slices.
you could do martial arts, James, to lose weight. You can do martial arts just for personal development, for skill building. You can do it for fighting. You can do it for self-defense. It's all aspects of self-improvement and leadership. Because I'll give you, for instance, the laundromat down the block. This guy finally asked me for advice. He goes, "Oh, we're the same age, but you're like, you're in good shape, and I need to lose weight." And I said, "All right, let me show you how to do it." So it's leadership by example. I didn't pitch him. He asked me. Who your boy Caleb last week? He's so proud of his family who are fighters, right? They're like, people in the community look up to them because they're doing something extraordinary. So that's why I get amped up about everybody just being okay with the way things are, and more so people who don't fight, like the promoters, like Dana, making more money than everybody else who's putting their body on the line. Look at Mackenzie Dern's face right now.
Oh yeah.
And she won. And she won. Responsibility, opportunity, and responsibility to promote MMA for everyone in Australia to participate in and enjoy as part of a healthy lifestyle down under, instead of teaching how to injure each other. Okay, so here's where it's like kind of a debate, because I have people telling me, look, it's comes from the battlefield. You're not going to make it safe. But then part of me says, oh man, every warrior since the first human till now they gave everything they had for us to be here right now. I'm just gonna, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, no more. And then everybody else who's still doing it, yeah, you guys, good luck. I know you're gonna get injured, but I'm not gonna certainly do anything about it. I feel like I have a responsibility right now, James. And as banged up as I am, I'm trying to find a way to continue to promote this idea of League of Champions, Jack, which is a scoring for points and action instead of damage. And as it is right now, the plan is to finish writing my book, which is based on this system here on the right, which is 10 mythical beasts. And to our fan who asked the question, the book is only the first one. It's a book on fitness. It's called The Bull Pegasus, and it has 32 playing cards that each one has an exercise on it. That's why the book is taking a long time to write, because I'm making each one of these by hand. I'm up to number 11 out of 32. 32 exercises, and then there's 100 playing cards, over 100, of your reps. So you flip the card over the exercise, then you flip the next card over for the reps, and you got your workout program right there. It comes with a training log. It's a full training system, but this book is only the first one to fit for the fitness. Before we even get into any MMA techniques, combos, advanced training, and how to get to a black belt in MMA, is a complete ranking system for MMA. I do want to take this around the world, and I'm going to use the book as a farewell tour to MMA. And maybe I'll spar with other, like pseudo celebrities. Like, I mean, Jake Paul's kind of too big, but who's like a pseudo internet celebrity that does MMA? I don't know, maybe Jeff Chan. You know him?
There's tons of guys that are into MMA now, just in terms of like MMA YouTubers are blowing up more now, like MMA Guru and all like
yes,
the what's that? The boxing events, with the one that Till was just in, and that all the YouTubers do them and that.
Yeah, basically the YouTuber boxing.
I forget the name. The Misfits.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you.
But there's tons of them guys. Like the guy that Tony Ferguson beat. Everyone's like, "Whoa, he beat Salt Puppy."
I never heard
Who the fuck is Salt Puppy? So I'm sure there's tons of that.
The only ones are like Asmund Gold, but I couldn't imagine him.
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't fought, has he?
No, I would imagine he's interesting, but I can't imagine him fighting.
But that's what I mean, yeah.
So it's a complete.
Like we said before, brother. Like, life's pulling you in this direction. You got your calling. You got to, see it through, brother.
It's a complete system of ranking and MMA, like even competition here, where somebody like Asmongold, if he or Ninja or fucking Jake Paul, anybody who wants to do one of these events, but this is safer than boxing. This is safer than Misfits. You know why? Because there's no direct head contact. Okay, now is it completely safe? No. People get injured on takedown in wrestling. Even wrestling is a concussion sport. But if you first approach it from this angle of it's sparring and not fighting, that's number one, going to reduce injury way down. And I think people have done world tours on less than a complete overhaul of MMA and a book. And it doesn't have to be a huge tour. If I can get from place to place over the next however long it takes me to finish the book, to continue building an online presence. I do have some other things in the work, which I think will accumulate over time, where I could potentially have a way to fund this tour. And I've always wanted to come to Australia ever since I found out how fucking awesome it is. How cool the people are. Like you guys and everybody. It just seems like a very cool, it's like cooler than England.
Yeah, I would agree.
Not as like cool. I mean, I'm doing air quotes right now. Not as cool as the USA, in a good way though. Because the USA is too cool. They think they're too cool. But Australia is cool and down to earth. That's what I like.
The US used to be.
What did I do? I can't hear anything. Somebody's frozen. Is it me or is it you? I'm just going to hang out until you come back. Sorry. You guys are frozen. Let me show you a picture. Oh, shit. I think your internet's out. So, bro, look, I'm on. My camera's on. You? Gone. Oh, shit. He's gone. Uh,
Hey,
hey,
sorry, bro. Sorry about that, brother. I have no idea what happened then, I
through the magic of the internet,
Yeah, it
we're
just
back.
conked out. It just crashed. Like the whole computer just crashed for some reason.
Truth was getting out there and trying to silence us.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, all the best movies, all the best music, all the great culture, all come from the US. And like, I mean, in all due respect, but what the fuck's coming from there now, man? Like the movies suck, the music sucks. You know what I mean? Like I have heaps of love for the US. I grew up, all my favorite movies, my favorite sports, it's all American. That's why I hate when people just crap on America. It's like, well, there's a reason why a lot of people are trying to illegally into the US. It's because it's a great nation. Like it's not perfect, no, it's perfect, etc. But people shit on it because they don't fucking know how good they have it over. That's why. And like I'm not saying that people don't struggle there, and like I said, but the opportunities there, you have more opportunities in the US than you have anywhere else, and the culture. Like, look at what we're doing right now. Like all this technology. Where do you think it all come from? It could all come from the US. Like. I have a lot of love for the US. I just don't like the movies they put out nowadays. I don't like, I don't, not to get political, but I don't like the whole woke stuff and just the demonization of the US and the divisiveness that comes from it. And just, like when you make a movie, it's got to cover certain check boxes and instead of just being focused on it being quality content. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's got to be a tough business. The amount that movies cost to make, I can't see them purposely making a woke movie if they know it's going to be a failure. There's so much money on the line. Like this, there's got to be for a reason. Like I always try to like follow the money. Like why are they doing the woke stuff? Is there a market for that? It might be with the surgeries and the drugs, like some type of guerrilla marketing. You convince kids that they need to be somebody else, and hey, go to your doctor to do it.
Yeah.
And the doctor is going to charge big, $1 million insurance. Thinking, oh, it's covered by insurance though. All right, so who's paying the insurance?
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? What's the best way to destroy a nation? From within inside. Destroy the culture. The best way to change the culture is through what you see and what you hear. All your movies and television and whatnot is to create that divisiveness. Like this whole thing with the alphabet people and that, like, like I never give, like Jack said, our brother's gay. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. You know, do whatever he wants. None of my business.
Right.
But it's not that now. It's gone well past it. Yeah, it's like another religion. And if you're against that religion, well, just ask Charlie Kirk how it goes, mate. They'll fucking kill you for it. You know what I mean? It's just gone way too far.
Some people get that heated over it, but the Charlie Kirk thing, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna say, look, they had a fucking little device in here, and it made a poof thing, and he's off somewhere else. He's not really dead. So we don't want to get into the Charlie Kirk thing because
he's sitting out some big time conspiracy theories.
I'll tell you that Charlie Kirk's still alive.
I've seen him. I don't think I'm pretty sure. Like,
oh yeah, you've seen the footage.
You've seen the footage, right? Like, he's definitely dead. That shot broke his neck.
You saw the autopsy video or a picture?
No. I mean, I saw him get shot.
You see that in the video? The neck blow up?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm glad I didn't see that.
No.
The one that I saw, maybe it was a bad angle. Just like the shirt went like this.
You with us? I was about to pull it up and show you, but
yeah. Nah, I was just like, I was mad. Like, I've seen some of his stuff, right? And like, it's not like I was massive on him. Like, I'd only watch some here and there, and pretty much everything I ever saw, I always generally agreed with, right? And I never saw him as some sort of extremist. And people would send shit to me like, oh, but he said all this and that. He's basically Hitler. And I'm like, all it was, right, is little snippets and things taken out of context and exaggerated. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's what you do. You're manipulated, you know. At the end of the day, I always looked at it like this. If you live in a proper civilized society, you have to put up with each other. That means you don't have to like other people, but you don't fucking touch them and you don't infringe in their life. It means you don't stand in the middle of the road and stop them going to work. And you definitely don't put hands on them, you know. And then you just have to live with people that you might think are a cockhead. Like, congratulations. The price of freedom of speech is freedom of speech itself. It means that you're going to hear shit you don't like. And if you're a big boy, you go, oh, whatever, and then you go on with the rest of your day. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
That kids out of any, like, that's another thing though. Like, I don't care about, you know, like, you're an adult, you do you, whatever, like, good on you. But you don't need to be doing like weird stuff and involving kids, you know, with plans, you know, doing weird dances with kids. Like, keep kids out of it. Like
the video,
that's just not okay.
Talking to her two kids and she's like, guess what happened? The
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Trump died. That sort of shit.
I'm sure that kid just magically thought of that. And it's not indoctrination right there, you know, like, that's psycho, man. That's nuts.
It's like
that's
brainwashing.
Your president. Yeah, that's 100% what it is. He's the president of the United States. You imagine, right, if they killed Trump now, like, as many of it, no matter, like, because a lot of people would be happy about it, but the fracturing of the US that would happen, like, so many bad things would come from it, no matter how you. And this is another thing with a lot of people going, oh, I bet you that Charlie Kirk was killed from a Trump supporter. It's like, why? You know, one, he helped get Trump elected. You know what I mean? He was a massive supporter of him. So one, that doesn't make any sense. And two, let's just say hypothetically that's right, which it wouldn't be, and it wasn't. Well, I mean, what all the other people that I constantly see online, you know, cheering about it and gloating gleefully, what are they all Trump supporters as well? Like, you're fucking nuts. That's disgusting. It'd be like if I say that it'd be like if someone shot that AOC. You know, just for argument's sake, it'd be something like that on the left. I think most Republicans would not be okay with that. Like, that's not okay. You don't do that kind of thing. That's disgusting behavior. And then to go online and gloat about it, that's just sick. You know, like, I was so mad. not only because that guy got executed in front of his family, but by the way people fucking acted by it. It's like, you're sick. You know what I mean?
I agree. Because like the footage I saw, it's so graphic because it's so close, and it's when it just happened, and I was in like shock, and I sent it to James because I knew he would know who it was, and I thought because I'd just woken up, it was an awesome thing to see as soon as you wake up, but because he works overnight, I was thinking like he's already seen it, and he could be like, yeah, no, it's real, but he was like, what the fuck, is this real? And so that genuine shock, it like
I thought maybe it was AI at first because I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
but like it's obviously real. But I was just
I've
blown
seen
away.
Those sort of videos, like it's live leak internet. You know, I've seen that shit before. But you can view that in such a like disconnected way where it doesn't. You don't know that, but you don't even know. But when
somewhere in Iraq,
you know that dude. I've seen his videos and that.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I just felt.
I was angry. I was like, so angry.
It'd be horrible to be immortalized on camera dying.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on anyone. And because mainly like if that happened to me, I wouldn't fucking know about it. But yous are all stuck having that out there. Like it's a horrible
And then they're showing that video of him, these little girl running over to him and stuff like that. Know, you're gonna go online and then you're gonna gloat about you're fucking sick. Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
Just because
you didn't like him and you don't like
pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I'm like, so you would all want me dead as well.
Yeah.
It just,
that's what happens when somebody like is losing an argument and they know it. They resort to like whether it's physical violence or attacking my dad. When I'm winning an argument against my dad, he calls me crazy. That's called ad hominem. You attack the person, you know. Yeah. So that's how you know they're losing when they get violent.
I agree.
But I think he was assassinated, like you said, and that shot was not from anything other than a professional. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about guns, but when I saw it, I was like, damn, that's a good shot. And then I've heard people, gun experts, say,
it's not that hard.
Yeah, so I don't know. But
if you're a gun professional and you're saying it's not that hard, then I'm going to take you.
Well, yeah,
because it wasn't just one guy.
I'm not saying take my word over theirs. That's what I thought when it happened.
Initially, I was the same.
I don't know shit about guns.
Yeah, I was the same. I thought the same thing.
But then it just made me think, what was the guy that was shooting at Trump? Didn't he miss 2 shots on him?
Well, because he turned. Because he went to point to his deportation graph. It literally is like he was like, he went to like lean over and talk about and that literally saved.
I know that he was saved by an inch. I didn't realize because he.
But other people got killed behind him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. But we'll change up speed. We'll talk about something not so.
JFK. I got a video here.
Okay.
Now.
Let's
share my screen. Okay. This is from the UFC, so it might get taken off. You know what I mean?
Make sure that this is charging. Okay. I think it was on 14.
Let me know when you can see mine.
Yep, we're all good.
So you know how I'm always kind of like stressing the importance of footwork. I have a very specific, and I was thinking about it today because I thought about what we might talk about. And I realized it. When you're fighting, you always have to be ready. You always have to be in your fighting stance. Unless, of course, you're doing your technique. And every technique for the offense of it, there's always a part of you that is exposed. Like no technique is just completely safe. When you advance, something in you is exposed. So I'm not saying that you can't ever do anything else except be in a fighting stance. Obviously, you have to do other stuff. But the way that I teach footwork is that you're basically, while you're moving around the mat, you're always in your fighting stance. And I picked this video at random. I have no idea if this is going to support my argument or not, but I'm going to see. I'm just predicting that there's going to be footwork. As a matter of fact, I think the Rakic fight is probably the better one to watch because this guy just got his head kicked off. But let's see, Rakic versus Azamat. You still see it?
Yep.
Okay. So what we're looking for here is Rakic stepping with the wrong leg first, which basically means when you're have your left, in this case it's his left leg forward. If he's moving forward or to the left, he's got to step with his left leg forward. If he's going backwards or to the right, he's got to step with his right leg forward. It's so basic and yet so important because everything comes off of that. Okay, so right there, you can see that he's shuffling with his right. Watch when he moves to the left here. He's going to move his right. What's that?
Because
we're on the wrong screen. My bad. Hold on. Sorry, let me.
That's right.
I switched to the right. Thank you for letting me know.
That's right.
There it is. Okay. So what we're going to see here is Rakic moving to his left, but he's shuffling where his right leg is kicking into his left leg, and then his left leg is opening up. So he's actually moving with the wrong leg first. Let's watch this first.
Where just over 2 minutes to go. Nice attack to the.
Saw that? Right leg moving first, then the left leg. It should be the opposite. The left leg should step, the right leg should drag.
Where just over 2 minutes to go. Nice attack to.
See that?
Yeah, because you can cut it. Yeah, because if he moves it.
We actually put it in the big screen so you can see a little better. Now you're like, oh, Lukey, this is so anal. It's OCD. It doesn't matter. If you move in a certain way and you're always in your fighting stance, you can strike while you move. But if you try to throw a strike and your feet aren't in the right place, you can't. You literally can't. And so what's stopping from him? What's stopping him from in that position right there? He could have struck. He could have stepped around and thrown a right hand. It's called a pivot step that I call it. But I'll just show you one more time and then we'll keep playing. Just look at, and this happens because every day, all day, we walk left, right in a certain direction. Left, right, forward. Okay, now you're walking forward. Imagine this, guys. Just close your eyes with me. We're walking forward. Oh shoot, we got to make a right turn. We're gonna turn. We're not even gonna change the way we move our feet. We just turn and we keep going. So that's different than when you're fighting. If you're facing somebody and now you got to move to the right, you can't turn, right? You got to keep facing your opponent. So it's something that has to be trained. It's something that has to be trained first. When I started Kung Fu when I was 15 years old, we started with stance training for hours. You watch the old Kung Fu movies, the Master Killer. He's sitting there in horse stance. He's carrying stuff up the fucking... You ever see the Master Killer?
Which one again?
Master Killer, Gordon Liu.
Master Killer, Gordon Liu.
Gordon Liu is the actor. There's Enter the 36th Chamber, I think, is another one.
Oh, yeah.
Some fucking Wu-Tang.
Gordon Liu, very famous. He played Pai Mei in Kill Bill.
Nice.
But he got his start in these old. Anyway, I used to like watching the training scenes because they did all these weird shit. Like, you got something with candles under your arm so you can't let your arm drop. All this weird stuff. They carry buckets of water up this thing and go down. Huh?
On my screen? This the one?
Okay, so we're watching Racket. Oh, wait. Oh, in your screen. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You probably can't play it, but that's a great movie, bro. You like martial? It's kind of a little hokey the fighting because it's the kung fu like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
very choreographed. But the training scenes is cool and great story. You probably like. I mean, it's kind of like required for any old head. But
look, I would imagine I probably did watch it because I used to have so many of them, AJ.
Oh yeah,
it's just been such a long time. The 70s kung fu movies, the tapes. I had like my wall. Basically, I'd stack the tapes, and I had a wall, like a full wall covered, going from the ground all the way up to like the point where you'd have to reach
Nice.
all the way along the wall, and most of them were all set.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like 1,000.
Transition to go from DVD. But anyway, sorry.
No, that's awesome. Just before I press play, it's like it's so intentional, the footwork. When you watch the Master Killer, you'll see how they go from horse stance, and then when they step across, it's not nonchalant, guys. These guys are stepping boom into a solid stance, right? And they're throwing their techniques, and it's like it's so intentional. It's not like these guys showing on YouTube, like the guy you said, fucking MMA hacks, all these guys, MMA guru. They're teaching this bull where they're going pyramid step. They'll do something like this, and then they'll walk. They'll go, oh yeah, you wanna shuffle your feet, and then you start and you cut across it. I'm like,
I just like in the UFC like that.
To me, you want to be.
I've seen like inside leg, like a switch from that to like inside leg kick, but
yeah, no, I'm not saying don't do a switch. The switch stance has its place. I'm just trying to explain the importance of footwork and how it's the equivalent of people looking at the results of the UFC and saying, I want to be champion one day. And you don't realize how far away that is and what actually that means. And how you have to actually fall in love with the most basic, minute details that is your foundation. Okay. So I'm anal, I'm OCD, but I tell you what, I never got knocked out. Maybe I didn't have enough fights, but I know that there's a reason why stance work was so important in the old traditional martial arts. There's a reason why road work is so important for boxing and jump rope. You got to build yourself from the ground up. And this sport, it only takes one small mistake, and that could be a life-changing decision. Where Jack, you were saying that Rakic's been really banged up in his last fights, and he can't even take a punch anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. That doesn't come back. So whatever decision that he made or whatever mistake he made in his training long time ago that started getting him hit in the head, and it just accumulates, and he never fixed the mistake, and he's always putting himself in this position to get knocked out. You know, you could see how one little thing, it seems so minute, and I'm anal, I'm OCD, and yet it really does matter. Say again?
You'd have to be at this kind of level.
Right? All right, let's watch. So we're going to see him shuffle step the wrong way again. Should be left, right. But he's going right, left, right, left, right, left. And he's still kind of doing it. Okay. Now he's stepping to the left, but he's stepping with his right leg first. If you look, his right leg is moving behind him, and then his left leg that's opposite again.
Oh.
See if I can put this in slow-mo. I don't know. Can I save the video maybe? I don't know if it's that important. Let's just back up a little bit. Okay. Well, let's see here. Right before this, you guys frozen again? Oh no, right before this, Okay, he's actually in the right spot. You can see his left foot is outside. So if you have a line that comes from the belly button, right, um, and it connects to your partner's belly button, that's called the center line. Rocket's here if you look at his feet, his left foot is outside of this guy's right foot, which is what you actually want, because if you go the other way, you're walking into the power of his power hand. So what Racket should be doing here is continuing to step to the left and then swing the right leg around. So he's basically ending up. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, you can. So he's basically ending up coming from this angle is what he wants.
Yeah. Basically what we call getting an angle.
He should be getting an angle, and yet he doesn't really have this concept. Now, when I teach, I have this footwork as techniques. So when you have somebody who's holding the pads for you, right, they're going to tell you jab. You know exactly what to do. If I want to tell you to step around and to cut that angle, do I have to say step around and cut the angle? It's going to take too long. I call it a pivot. I'll just say pivot. He knows. He goes, left leg steps here, right leg swings around. In boxing, they call it a quarter turn, and now you're coming at this angle. That's a technique. And the slide step would be the other direction.
When you're moving around with someone, it can be like a match that you're playing with someone behind the fight itself, where you know and he knows what you're trying to do, and he's trying to do the same thing, where you're trying to get that angle on them and they're trying to get it on you.
Definitely.
Hey, Luke.
That's the fun of it to me. That's the puzzle. That's what I always loved.
The purity of it.
The thing I loved most about fighting and sparring was like figuring out. It was a game, you know.
Exactly.
Kind of like you're playing a game with your best friend. Well, unfortunately, it's so damaging. But you know, we get really close with our training partners, and you see these guys after matches, they shake hands, have beers together. You know, it's just unfortunate that we're not getting the proper attention from the higher ups, because they're getting paid either way. They don't want to fucking change anything. They'll go, oh, I got to do this, and it's not going to make me more money. Why? Why would Dana White or any of those people who are investors, passive investors, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to get their hands dirty. It's up to us, the people, to really make the changes. And that's why I'm so keen to work with you, James and Jack. You're fucking awesome, bro. I think you're a better commentator on these fights than both of us, because you know more. He's our expert, James.
He's our expert.
Sure.
I only get to watch the main events. So that's about it these days. Jack knows all the names. Me
and Jack. Well, I don't. If I can, I'll watch them for study. I still try to, you know, stay up on what's working, but you have to get to a certain level to, like, I've been training. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, like, you can only read so far in a day. You can read 10 pages, whatever, however many pages you could read before you get to the end of the book. Like the books that I'm reading metaphorically, it took me a long time to get to. Not that I'm like, oh, I'm special, I figured this shit out. It's just, you know, it's based on the truth. Like, this is what has to be done, and if you try to do it any other way, it's too risky. So
the reason why things become like textbook work, or you know, like a jab. Why a jab becomes a jab is because it works.
Yep,
it works for a reason.
That's my theory about how these sports develop. Boxing, wrestling, they saw that's how you win, and then some people liked these guys better, and some people like these guys better, so they just like branched off, made their own, so people could focus on the actual techniques. But you know, I'll always be an MMA fan, and I watch the other stuff too, but nothing compares to me. No other sport, no other combat sport. It's not just UFC either. I like watching the other stuff too. As long as it's exciting. Actually, some of the other stuff is too good. I'm scared for these guys that come from Muay Thai and they're doing MMA now with the little gloves.
Jack's like, yeah.
That
You look
elbows and the
yeah.
they don't allow elbows in Muay Thai until like the last round on some of the fights because they're so devastating. I saw this one the other day. It was just boom, one elbow, done. Like he had a hole in his head. But you can do elbows in the league. Throw elbows to the body.
Is there really ever a scenario where you could do an elbow to the body?
Yeah, you can do it from the standing position, from the ground position. I'll go with my hand on the outside of the arm, and then I'll throw it here to the shoulder.
Yeah.
So I'll grab. So say my hand is here, and I'm the other guy. I'll grab his hand like this with my hand, and I'll push it down, and then roll the elbow over.
Oh yeah.
But I try to aim it at the shoulder. These type of techniques, it's easy for the punch or the elbow to slide off and hit the head. We have to have a referee, and each fighter has to be not embarrassed to call foul. I don't think that's going to be a problem. But to make it sparring and not fighting where we're trying to kill each other. Like you ask these guys, they're trying to kill the other guy. Unless the referee stops in, they got that killer instinct. But you take these same guys, you take them to their gym, and they're play sparring with their team. So I believe that with the right education, it's possible. Like people say, education is key. Oh, guns are too dangerous. And yet the kids who are trained in guns have the least amount of accidents. Who's the safest guy to roll with at the jiu-jitsu gym? The teacher or the beginner? You think maybe the beginner because they don't know, but they're the most dangerous. No control.
Yeah.
So people have said, you're never going to be able to change it, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I already explained to you, I can't not try. James, I'm getting that from you. Got to give it your all. Number 2, education is key. And you got to trust that people have honor, that they're honorable, that martial artists will respect each other within the confines of a rule set, which they do now. They don't headbutt each other, right?
Yeah.
They don't break the rules on purpose. So to say that, what? Somebody headbutted?
Unless maybe gun.
Hell yeah.
1, 2,
Facts. I just I'm always happy to connect with you, James, and Jack. Now you too. You're fucking awesome.
Thanks, Master.
So
I got one more.
Probably
question.
won't do that Master Lukey Monday tomorrow. All right. So let's take all the questions now for sure.
I got one more here for you.
Shout out to all the lads who are watching, guys. We appreciate it. The live. I didn't know we were going live tonight. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's the best fight you've ever seen, and who was it?
Ooh.
Lukey.
Best fight ever. Wow. I used to love, you like this, I used to love the style fights of the old days. I'd be rooting for Steve Jenham, the dude who Hoist Gracie armbarred the Japanese karate guy. They showed him training, breaking boards.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Like they had Fighting Black Kings. You ever see Fighting Black Kings?
No.
The movie? Documentary about Kyokushin karate. And you know Kyokushin, right?
Jason DeLuca. Sorry, that was his name.
Jason DeLuca, Kung Fu guy.
Yeah.
I rooted for him. Supposedly he actually had trained with the Gracies, took a seminar or something, and so when Hoist he felt betrayed that he would face him, that he would agree to face him, even though the Gracies set up the tournament. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know how does that let's competition.
But
and then,
you could see that he was tapping out, and Hoist broke it in anyway, his arm.
good mate.
But who was it? Steve Jennum.
The Don Fry and what's the big Asian guy?
Yeah.
Master Lukey's not. He's not a fan of the head
Oh
contact.
yeah. Sexy Yama.
Yes. Yeah.
Bro.
No, not
Was it Sexy Yama?
No. Sexy Yama's middleweight.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Huge
Yeah,
guy.
that big
Huge
Asian.
man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man.
Sexy something.
Takiyama.
Okay. And he's wearing Speedos, right?
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, juice to the gills.
Oh yeah.
The Pride days. Oh my god. They
It's,
definitely had
definitely
had
like in
a
contact in
backstage.
this one.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The crowd was going nuts.
That was whatever Master Lukey is looking to do. That was like
Nah. Classic. The movie Fighting Black Kings is about Kyokushin karate. Now Kyokushin was a branch of, I believe, Shotokan. This guy Masoyama, badass dude, took out head punching, but they punch to the body, they kick to the head, they knee to the head, they do everything else to the head except punch, and there's no elbows. But it's all striking. And they had this really cool tournament called the Sabaki Challenge, which was all the best Kyokushin guys from the world. One night tournament though. Those were always, to me, like had a mythical kind of fucking feel to it. When Pride, UFC, the old days. Anyway, Fighting Black Kings is about how Kyokushin is the best, and they kick the shit out of Kung Fu guys, which they weren't really Kung Fu guys, or they were, but they weren't good. They weren't like, if you think of Kung Fu, yeah, you have your McDojos, but you also have Sancho like Kung Lee.
Sorry.
Kung Lee and other Sancho guys, they're fucking tough as nails. Wei Li. Wei Li's Kung Fu. Wei Li's should be most guys probably in the UFC.
Kevin Holland's Kung Fu.
Kevin Holland. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's look, if karate's good enough for the UFC, Kung Fu is good enough for the UFC. But anyway, this movie was kind of to promote Kyokushin karate, and they beat up Kung Fu and they beat up Muay Thai, which they weren't more real Muay Thai guys either. But this guy in the first UFC, I forget his name. He was Kyokushin, but I like those because I'm kind of like you, James. I guess action movies. I was more into the martial arts movies, like the one I just showed you and stuff like that. So I always kind of rooted for the traditional guy. I wanted to believe in the mysticism and the secret technique. And
have you seen the movie Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of that? Awesome,
my ass off. That was the soccer one, right?
Oh no.
That's the one where they're like running and what they sound like two strokes.
Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle is it's like a martial arts movie, but like it's got a lot of comedy and it's like an anime.
When he fights the cow?
No, that's
Kung Pao. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's similar, but not as over the top. It's a really solid
probably a
movie.
better movie, really.
Yeah,
let's check it out.
Awesome movie. The more
Pao is one of these ones.
Yeah,
a couple of these,
Yeah, but watch Kung Fu Hustle. I reckon you'll like it because there's a lot of mystical elements to it, and it's actually like a heartwarming movie. It's got like a happy sort of vibe to it, but it's fucking solid. And the fight scenes are sick because they're just cinematic and like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I saw Alex Ferrari about it once. Like he likes it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a fun watch, and it's got like a real love for like movies, and you can feel it.
All right, well,
buddy.
I'm about
Good
to
one.
run out of battery, so
Thank you so much, James.
Thank
Jack,
you.
thank
Mark.
you too, bro. Thanks for being here.
Thank you,
Really
Lukey.
good contribution. You know, you had a lot of
Yeah, brother.
knowledge, a lot of cool knowledge.
Good.
So
No,
I'd like to invite you for the next one where we talk about the UFC and shit. So
I live
James
here
was
with James.
Yeah, the new house.
oh,
he lives.
right on. You're in the new house.
Yeah.
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 Are you in the
we-
new house right? Did you move all this? Are we in the new house right now or?
Yeah.
Moved all of his shit.
Yeah,
like
I'm in the
2
new
days
house right
off.
now. Yeah.
Wait, so did you move and you're renting your old one?
I haven't yet rented it out, but I will be.
That-
Yeah.
That's the plan? Oh, okay. So you upgraded.
So I've been working from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Come home, move, clean, go to bed at about 1, 2 p.m. Get up and do it again. So
Dude.
I've been trying to edit some videos together,
Come
but I've
through,
been
hustle
pretty
over
good.
Hell yeah. You gotta tap in that mystical power.
yeah.
It's all in the
Good on you. Good on you.
Thanks, Master.
You know, you got that whole rack up there, and I got these shorts just to tie it back into our viewer who had a question. When I come to Australia, I'm bringing the Tough 2 shorts that Burt Watson told the story to Ray Longo about because I've been hanging on to them. I was wondering like where I could put them, you know, because I don't know, I've been in use for them here, kind of like a memorabilia. I'm gonna hand deliver them to you, James.
Oh, mate.
All right.
That's
If you want, we can put them in a case somehow. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
Maybe
frame
look
paint
cool.
or put them up on the wall, brother. Thank you,
back,
Master.
back when
Yeah.
UFC let you choose your own shorts.
That'd mean a lot to me, brother. That'd mean a lot.
If I stayed in the UFC somehow magically up to this time, that would be a cool design, like really made, like
Yeah, man.
not like hand stitched by me, cut out, but if they had like the actual printed wave, that Japanese wave, that would look sick.
We'll have to.
You could end up seeing it eventually.
Yeah, we'll have to
Mm.
see if you can get them like produced and do a little bit of a run
Yeah.
with them. Yeah,
Yeah, true.
yeah.
Could do anything
Maybe.
these days.
So I always hear people bring them up.
Mm.
Yeah,
But now with like the customized shorts like Aspinalls and that,
yeah.
Facts.
you just get guys like Izzy with lightning bolts. You know, someone eventually will have something similar to yours.
Yeah.
and
But
you'll be
is
like,
it only the main events that get the custom shorts, or how does that work?
I don't know. They're starting to do it a bit more with other guys where they'll be like, yeah, you can have orange or purple or whatever color.
All right.
When it comes to like a full design, you kind of got to be like a Conor McGregor or a champion.
Mm.
Yeah, whatever.
I want shorts like your shirt, bro.
Oh,
Stylish.
cheers. It's all PNG colors, tribal patterns. That's what I mean. Like you'll get a PNG fighter, maybe not, but if you do, they can have their own shit. I think that's cool.
Right.
But you should be able to have that for everyone on the card. It shouldn't be that hard to design a fucking pair of shorts for someone fighting in your organization.
Mm-hmm. Whatever they can sell, if it's a popular fighter, more likely. Like what's the name with the woodland camo? Bryce Mitchell got the woodland camo.
Yeah,
these UFC redneck fans are getting that, ordering that off the website.
I've got the Charles Oliveira shorts because and I like his design. You know how he has like the cut open ones, so they're like nice, flowy.
You like those?
Yeah, I do.
I don't like those.
Let me guess.
Yeah,
you don't like them.
Spandex.
Well, I mean, you got to wear spandex underneath anyway, so why not just wear the spandex? What is it? Something covering your legs? You're embarrassed of your legs?
Reminds me of the Sharmba Mitchell.
It's a fat thing because I was like fat as a kid. I was like, no, I'm not wearing tight clothes. And so now if they're flowing, I feel like I'm flowing.
Yeah, no, I get it for you, for somebody to wear it because I've done that before. I've actually cut shorts to get more leg room.
And how did you
hold on, let me share my screen. Are these the shorts you're talking about? The multicolored one or the yellow one?
It's the multicolored one, yeah.
Okay. You got those?
What is that? No, there we are.
Yeah.
Yo. do Bronx. Now hold on a second. Didn't he win his last fight in a submission?
Yeah.
Bro, this guy doesn't stop. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. I don't care. He's one of the GOATs.
Yeah, not legit. Like, what? He's got the most finishes and the most submissions.
Mm.
And he's exciting as fuck.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get smoked, to be honest, considering he just got KO'd by Ilya, like a bad way too. And that wasn't long ago.
Yeah.
And jumped straight back into a fight. So fucking props to him, man.
Yeah,
All
Gamma
right, guys.
probably was the
I
safe.
don't want to be that guy, but I'm about to run out of battery, so
Yeah,
and
say we went on a tangent there.
I couldn't
GGs,
find
man.
it.
GG's.
Thanks, Bella. If you want to give the send out, Master Lukey.
All right. Well, listen, lads. We had a not so great UFC yesterday, but it was a great episode today. I'm really glad to touch base and hear from you from down under. All you guys who commented on YouTube. You are the lads who make this show for you. And
Thanks,
James, you're the lad of lads. You're the boss of the lads. And Jack,
Thanks,
you get the MVP today.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome back. James going to give you a trophy.
Yeah, you give me a statue. I'll pick Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
Hey.
I love it.
I don't know if you're going to get that one. We're going to have to fight over it.
Thank you. Take
All right,
care,
James.
Master
Cheers.
Lukey.
All right,
Till
lads.
next
We'll see you next time.
No worries.
Okay. Bye.